Honestly, we're really good at refugees. First and foremost, refugees and immigrants are completely different. They are completely different people. When someone talks about immigration, it is completely different than talking about refugees. Refugees are people that have had bad things happen to them. They have nowhere else to go. And so they are brought here to have as a safe haven. Immigrants are people that come across the border or from other countries, and they want to live here voluntarily. They are not the same. Refugees and immigrants are completely different. So the first thing I want to do is share with you the macro view of refugees, how they look in the world today. There are between 18 and 22 million refugees in the world today. And that's all based off of the UN. So the UN defines a refugee. Refugees have three different options that they can do once they become refugees. First one, what they want them to do, they want them to go back home. That's the first thing that they want them to do. If they can't go back home, they are then, the next thing is they are assimilated into the land that they fled to. You see that a lot, a lot of the Syrian refugees, a lot of people coming out of, Africa, they all go to, the Eastern countries, Germany, Italy, those types of places. So that's where you see a lot of those refugees going through. Now the third option they have is that they go to a third placed country, so a third party country. That's their third option. So again, there's three options for refugees. Go back to their home, which is the thing that they really want them to do. If they can't do that, then they are assimilated in the land that they fled to, trying to be assimilated into there. And then the third option is they go to a third country. Now this is where this is important to understand. Again, macro view, there are 18 to 22 million refugees in the world today. 1% of them actually get to do the third option. Now these people, these 1%ers of the 18 to 22 are the worst treated people. Again, they are the worst treated people out of the 18 to 22 million refugees. They have nowhere else to go, so they are going to be taken to another country. Now, what's important about this too, listen, another important thing is out of that 1%, 50%, half of them come to the United States. Well, honestly, we're really good at refugees. It started back in the 60s with when we actually started to bring in refugees. We saw what was going on in the world. They said, hey, these guys need a place to go. We will take them on. And we said, come on over. And that started the process of us taking in the refugees. So for the past 50 years, we've been taking refugees in from all over the world, no matter what's been going on. And it's been a beautiful thing. So refugees are nothing new to us. They're nothing new to the United States. It's something we should be proud of, is taking in refugees. Very important. Refugees that come to the United States are the most vetted travelers to the U.S. It takes up to 2 years for them from when they say, okay, these people are designated to come to the United States. It takes 2 years process to go. Story about the vetting process. If these people have any ties to terrorist organizations, they are not allowed to come to the United States. This is what it means to be tied to a terrorist organization. Terrorist organization comes into your house, says, I'm going to kill your kids and your family unless you give us food. You give them food. If you tell that story to the interviewees, or the people who interview, the U.S. diplomats to interview you, you will not be allowed to come into the United States because they said you helped terrorists. So that's how strict they are with who they allow into the United States through the refugee program. So, if you would like to get involved with refugees, if you're going, well, how do I help them? What do I do? There are a lot of organizations out there. I'm going to put on the link below just some organizations that I know about. But I think really right now with how the political kind of environment's going on right now, I think just the awareness to know that refugees are not our enemies. They are not. Tips, I would say the biggest thing that the reason why I want to share this with all my friends and family is just to let them know, let them be aware of what's going on in the world. And so with your lens that you're looking at Facebook, or you're looking at whatever news source you're looking at, hopefully you can keep this in the back of your head and go, all right, I know I'm listening to this about how bad refugees are, but it's not true.